What's up, y'all? Welcome to Geek'd with Trey. Thank you for stopping by my podcast and checking me and the Geek Fam out, where we cover celebrity topics, local topics, and just everyday life shit. Thanks for checking us out. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow, and share. And also keep in mind that I don't own any of the rights to the music that's playing in the background or that plays in the background during the show. So, with that being said, thanks for watching. All right, so we were talking about porn earlier. So speaking of porn, can you guys?
Going into it?
Going right into it.
Let's do it.
Speaking of porn, could you guys imagine if like porn had commercials like "Stop! Don't bust that nut. We'll be right back."
No, the problem with a commercial like that is the minute she says stop, you're like, oh shit, I already thought too late. That's a buzzkill.
All right.
That's a buzzkill. When you tell people don't do it, now you kind of have to do it. It's like a biological imperative. Don't do this. I don't want to. I didn't make the rules. I just got to follow them.
All right. So for the next
joke, I think that's you know what? I think I'm still running this deck. He's like nigga like the big red button got the shit that say don't push. You know what? I'm next. I'm gonna push that bitch.
You shouldn't buy a line. It will kill you. You don't tell me out of the money. I'm gonna go buy me a goddamn line. Fuck it. I'm gonna show y'all in the end.
All right.
You said I will kill everybody to show y'all.
Right, so some of these jokes, I'm gonna say sorry for in advance because you guys are probably going to go to hell with me for laughing at some of these. All right. So if you make someone laugh while you're having sex, does that make it an inside joke?
It depends on where you whispered it.
I mean, it could be that, but I mean, you kind of performing kind of sorry, my boy.
Ugh. All right.
You can take that.
All right. Listen up. Listen to the words, because y'all be overthinking things sometimes. So listen.
I heard it.
No. What I'm about to say next. This one is so fucking corny. But I laughed for like 10 minutes. What has 5 toes but not your foot?
It has 5 toes,
but not your foot.
Wait, hold on. Okay.
What has 5 toes but not your foot?
When a orangutan have 5 toes?
See, because I feel like it's a dirty joke, so you gotta stay with that. And you know.
Okay, because I was about 5 toes. Gonna say them little water shoes.
This crew always be overthinking things. All right, so I'm gonna say
90% of the women in the world.
So I'm gonna say the punchline this time. What has 5 toes but not your foot? My foot.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah, it is.
Cause y'all was sitting there overthinking. Y'all was sitting there overthinking. All right. Well, okay. Let's talk about this one. What do you call another?
I don't even like niggas' feet. I just want to talk about your feet.
I don't fuck with feet. I don't fuck with feet either. Shit. All right. So, what do you call a nun in a wheelchair?
A holy roller.
I didn't even think about that one.
I don't know why I did.
Oh, okay. Virgin Mobile.
Oh that was better than the last one. That last one might get your ass beat in certain places. Take a feet.
All right. Here's a little nursery, or not. It's not even a nursery rhyme. It's just like these are just some good facts that I like. I was like, what they say? Biting into an apple. What's better than biting into an apple? What is worse than biting into an apple with a worm? Biting into an apple with a half a worm. That is something I stuck out for me.
Yeah, because where's the other half?
I don't know why that stuck out, but that shit was like, yo, I'll be so fucking disgusted. You know how niggas trip out when there's mold on the bread. So you can just imagine if you run into there when there's a fucking worm in the apple. Worm in the apple.
And half the worm missing, so naturally you probably ate the other half already and swallowed it.
Damn.
Ew.
Like, where's the other half of the worm?
Exactly.
I mean,
but what if that apple
if
only
you're-
had one half?
I mean, if you already ate it, you know.
GG's.
All right.
But if it's grub worm has 12 calories, and they're also considered protein. So,
Okay.
No.
All right. So this
I
one.
heard Timon and Pumbaa.
All right. So listen to this one. Do you guys know the secret to seniors keeping super hot, to keeping a super hot body?
Now what?
Crematorium?
Cremation. He got that. All right. So next one is just a question like we did last time. I said cremation.
The weird part is, I just kind of guessed that. I am too dark.
He actually heard the keyword. He heard the keyword, which was the senior. All right. So the next one is just a question, like we did last time as well too. What celebrity death had you or would have you like boo-hoo crying? Like what one was like you'd be like, damn, I need to take a day off from work.
A celebrity?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not that. I'm not a fanatic.
Yep, same here.
I mean, I like people, but
I would never take off of work, nor would I physically cry. I would have a moment of sadness that they're no longer.
Rooted nigga or like, you know, had some type of ties to the nigga, that's a different story. But if you just a random celebrity, then I'm gonna keep it a buck. I ain't even gonna give a fuck.
You know,
I'm gonna say my cheese, and that's crazy. That's crazy, but yeah, how attached I was to be to a random. That's like saying if a random nigga down the street died, I'm supposed to be all boo hoo and shit. I don't know you.
If a random
I would feel some emotional, feelings.
I would
need an umbrella. You would need an umbrella.
I would need an
I would say that Chadwick can't contribute his art any further. He was an amazing actor, and I mean, he showed it in Babe Ruth even when he was on his very last leg. He did a tremendous job when he played King T'Challa in Black Panther. I mean, I thought Chadwick was just amazing, and it's just unfortunate his life was cut so short.
You know what? I changed my mind. If Michael Jordan never died, nigga, I'm crying. That's the realest shit I ever lived.
If he
Michael motherfucking Jordan.
I mean,
for the record, sis, I don't know about this rap. It's not smooth hitting like that Tyson rap. This one's got me coughing.
She said that motherfucker punch like Tyson.
No, but the one thing about Tyson, they don't do none of that. Everything is just so smooth. Everything is just smooth, clean hit.
sit there, bite off your ear, smooth.
You know he got gummies with missing ears on it. You know Mike Tyson got gummies with like missing ears and shit. It's like ear-shaped gummies with a bite where listen out the joint. That shit is funny as fuck. That boy got a market shit.
They're called Tyson bites.
Oh yeah, that nigga is funny. That nigga team know how to market Tyson, bro. I'm pretty sure Tyson probably said some high shit. You know what, nigga, nigga say, alright, we gonna make that happen, Tyson. You just high names and shit.
I'm not gonna lie. If I was Evander Holyfield, he'd have to go. You off my ear, and now you making jokes and making money off it. Nah, bro.
That nigga percentage, like he might be in the business or something. Got to be harder or some shit. Nigga, that's my ear you advertise.
Nigga, did you taste your ear? Your ear was disgusting as hell. You know what shit be behind the back of somebody's ear that don't be fucking washing well? No, nigga. You ain't getting
He also had a sweaty ear, my nigga. It wasn't no regular fresh out the shower ear. It was a sweaty ass ear.
I used to know somebody who did not clean behind their ear good, and it's the most sour, disgusting smell ever. I had to ask my mama. I was like, Mama, why do you smell like that? And she was like, because mom don't want behind his ears good.
It's the same.
That shit do be stinking. Like, go do some activities or something like you shower and smell that shit. That shit do smell crazy. I put myself on brother that shit one time. I was hooping. I said, oh my god, that me?
Listen, as far as I'm concerned, that's like beating somebody's ass. Somebody taking a picture of you beating their ass, and then you putting it on a shirt and selling it in their own hood. That's disrespectful, bro.
Well, I mean, this market ain't Evander Holyfield's market because he's a weak dummy, and I don't think he's in that market. So,
He must be in that motherfucker.
It's about you biting off my ear, and now you profiting off it. You laughing and joking and making money. Nah, bro. I'm petty enough for what we both gotta lose on this one.
We know you are. We know you are.
I'm like, look at this ear. Look at my ear. Tell me about the same ear.
That's my ear.
I mean, you gotta
Look at my ear.
You see that ear right there? That's my lope right there.
I'd be like, I can't even hear you.
It's the same shit.
I can't even wear.
No, you know what? You know what a
matching
man should
earrings.
do? He should come out with a piece of the ear. He spit it out. He should shape like
That
that.
would be diabolical. But
That would be funny as shit. And then if you buy a book, you just magically put together.
All right.
Like, hey, Bob, put it together.
What did you drinking out of? What was that? Is that tea?
It's cool. What's Tang?
Tang.
Tang.
Oh shit!
Powder Tang.
I bet.
Not Tang. All right, what to do, Geek Crew? Let's go ahead and get on into it. All right, so
I got one more thing. Dex, I feel like you should ask that question you sent to our group chat about the husband and wife situation. That was a good joint. I ain't gonna lie.
well, wait, do that during rapid questions towards the end.
I've been missing a lot of that.
All right, let's go ahead and get into it. We'll say, we got Ye back in appearance. What's going on? Sean, you was off gun ho for Ye. Now, are you still gun ho for Ye?
First of all, I didn't say the musical side of Ye. I'm gun ho for. I said the business side. I said the business side. I heard this last episode as well, but be re-clarified just in case one of them want to have my ass real quick. I said I like the business one be everybody's side of Kanye, not the whole.
You right.
You two on the shirt Kanye. That wasn't me. I didn't say that part. I didn't claim that part of Kanye. I claimed the business side, the genius side, the you know what, I fake crazy so I get off and beat us. I claimed all that. I didn't claim what you about to say. But go ahead.
No.
Disclaimer.
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 I mean, dudes out here doing more backpedaling than ever. He's sitting there backpedaling on the shit that he said about Jay-Z and Beyonce kid. I'm like, again, you should have never talked about their kids, whatever. Jack,
I would say the worst thing about this kid. You ain't hear about what Charles the White said about the Olive Boy kids. He said the niggas like a AI.
hey,
Hold on. He didn't say like he didn't say it in no malicious way. He was like, "Is that a real baby?" It looks like it was him.
I just feel like that picture was taken awkwardly. That baby's eyes were completely blacked out, and his face looks long. I think the angle of it, and it just made it look like that.
I saw that. I seen that picture you talking about, and I saw a couple other pictures of that. And I'm just gonna say, I don't like talking about nobody's baby. That's a little fucking baby.
Listen, I'm just saying normalize that if people ain't got other kids.
Yeah,
That. Like here's the thing. He had an issue when homeboy said, "I thought it was AI," right? What if homeboy would have been like, "Nah, you know what? It's not that I thought it was AI. It was just ugly as hell. I didn't think it could be like a real baby." Then he would have. Everybody would have been there.
He doubled down because he went to the dude boxing him. I don't know the nigga ate raw. He was like, "Oh, boxing him and shit." I don't know if nigga was there. The baby mom pulled up. He had he called that baby. Yeah, that motherfucker is ugly. He doubled down on that shit. He called that baby ugly. Staring right in front of her. I was like, wow.
You know what though? But I think because it started because he said something that he didn't mean like in a fucked up way. And he just took it and ran with it.
But you know what? Honestly, that baby is not ugly. He just looks funny.
It was probably
He looks like an alien. Yeah, look ugly, but he's not an ugly baby. He's a cute little baby, but looks like a little Asian baby.
I want you to understand something. I'm gonna say this to you. Listen, just because a baby don't make it good looking. I had it. My nephew looked like an alien, and up to this day, I call that kid Alien Head Boy every single time I see him. He's a good looking. He's an adult now. He grew up in his looks. His head is, it's normal size on his body now. But the point is, not all babies are stellar looking like. It is what it is.
Dads do have juggler ass heads. Dads do got a big ass juggler ass head.
And they kids like 20.
You
And they got that little alien shape.
People can't accept that shit. Listen, if I got somebody pregnant, I'd be like, listen, I'm gonna apologize now. You see my head size. You gonna be going through it, but the baby is alright.
I'm on the baby stage. I don't have no problem with that. But this baby is not an ugly baby, in my opinion. It's a cute little baby. He just looks like a little alien baby.
So we say aliens.
Hold on. What I hear you say
Aliens is cute. Really? Hold on. Are you trying to come up to me and say aliens not cute? The way they look head shaped, the little chin be all pointy and some of their eyes be all big.
That's only because she got.
I mean, that might be a girl thing. I think you might want to get secretly abducted by aliens or something. That's not my book.
If I talk it up, they gonna come get me one of these days.
This is like Don.
Hell no. Shit. And speaking of, all right. So like last episode, we was talking about Gail and them and Gail and Katy Perry and them going to space, whatever. So they eventually went to space yesterday.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
They eventually went to space yesterday or whatever, and came back. Not yesterday. On what's today? Sorry, today's Tuesday. Yeah, so it was yesterday, and it was only 11 minutes. Now we did not know it was going to be 11 minutes before they went up there in space, whatever. But even then, I told y'all there's nothing for me to fucking hold on to up there, so I would never want to go up there.
First of all, I would love to go to.
There's nothing for me to hold on to up there. I don't like being. I love roller coasters. I love roller coasters. I love doing fearful things and stuff like that, whatever. But like when it's in my control in space, that's not in my fucking control. Don't nobody know what the fuck is going on out there.
Wait. Fuck space, like the whole route to space is the problem. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like we just saw plenty of rocket ships just blow up all the takeoff to try to make it to the destination.
You gotta risk it to get the biscuit, damn it.
Not if I'm fucking celebrity, I ain't risking shit. That's your job.
I'm gonna be honest.
Y'all see the ticket prices for that
How
rocket?
much were they?
It was probably just as much as the ticket prices to go to Mars was that one time.
So here,
$1 million?
They said those ticket prices could be up to $30 million.
okay.
Is it ever go to Mars?
No.
Or 30,000. What's it, 30,000?
So here's my issue with that. First of all, I didn't even know that really was a thing, to be honest with you. So thank you for letting me know. But they pay just to go into space just randomly at like on a Tuesday or some shit like that. Like now here's my problem with shit like that. Right now, you see the economy is taking flip-flops. People can't barely afford to live, and you are flaunting your wealth by going to space for 11 fucking minutes. Like, I get it, it's your money, and you want to enjoy it. We are in a hard time.
But that's what
My thing is,
I also got to put it on the other side of the perspective, like, they can do what they want with their money. It's theirs.
that's the thing.
Doesn't mean you have to suffer.
I'm not saying they can do what they want with their money.
I feel like they can definitely do it with their money.
I just feel like you shouldn't just, especially when people are talking like here's the thing, when you have people where a small fraction of their wealth can be donated to help everyone out, right? And you choose to say, yeah, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go and blow it on whatever the fuck I want to do and just throw it away. You know, like I said, I can't get mad at you. It's your money, but I'm also not going to respect the way you're spending it. That's not for me to respect. I'm nobody. My opinion doesn't fucking matter, but that's just me. That's how I feel about it.
And if they do advocate on your shit, Dex, I'm gonna keep it a buck. If I'm a celebrity, right? Y'all remember this happened to the last group of, like, not even celebrities, but just rich people in general that was together that went on a fucking little voyage / adventure.
So
the niggas died underwater in a fucking submarine. So why the fuck would I want to go to space?
Hold on. So wait. I will say this has been happening for a while now. So the last people that went on this little voyage,
Yeah, it's been a trend.
Well, I mean, I guess it's like a thing. Like Michael Strahan went for the last.
Yeah, there are other celebrities that have gone to space.
Michael
So this
Strahan-
isn't like a news.
This has been going on, I think, since they said to 2000s or something like that or whatever. So like everybody every year to whatever. But my thing is, so like Gayle King is definitely one of them that went up there, and you know she's best friends with Oprah or whatever, and Oprah was just like, nah, like she put out a straight black.
I don't like Oprah, but that banner came out too.
She was like,
someone
Oprah, she doesn't have an interest in going to space.
She said that.
She's not a question. What if you go into space, right? your rocket ship just stop functioning, now you just drift in space and shit. Like, who got time for that shit? Who's coming to save you? You're in space.
Hold up. Here's my hot take on this. If I was in the position to go to space, I would love to take it. Yes, that's something that I would love to do. I will not spend an exorbitant amount of money to do it, especially when that money could help someone else out. It's a lot about people like that. So even if it's just a portion of it, you understand?
Well, first of all, $1 million ain't gonna do nothing to help a person or people that amount of people out. If they want to spend $1 million,
$1 million go
what is that gonna do?
Hold on.
They didn't spend $30 million.
No. What I'm saying is they did some kind of math a little bit ago, and they were like, if these people donate $1 million, some people have $300-400 million in their account. If they donated $1 million and all of them did, it would be enough to stabilize a lot of people. You understand? It would help quite a bit, especially as long as the funds are spent correctly. Now again, I can't tell anyone what to do with their money, and I'm not going to. Me personally, I feel like if you have an excess of money and this little bit isn't going to affect you and you can help other people, flaunting your wealth in their face while people are starving doesn't fix shit. You understand what I'm saying?
That's like saying somebody that has thousands of dollars can't buy a bottle around people that's only got one.
Well,
Like,
if you think,
in comparison,
if that pisses you off, do you know how much? If that pisses you off, do you know how much they spent? What, $30,000 to whatever $1,000 or $30 million, whatever, to go up in space, whatever. This whole voyage trip was only 11 minutes.
Right, and
but it will take 11 minutes in space, though.
So I'm that shit. Let me tell you from like a hood nigga perspective, right? Say like you in the hood, right, and you just say like you in the hood, you around niggas that only like the bottle situation. Say you in the hood, right? You go around, you only like niggas rank only afford a bottle, but you can afford to buy like 10 of them bitches, but you buy like 3-4. That's not flexing your role, but you still flexing on the niggas around you type shit. Makes you a target for certain shit. Why you see certain artists celebrities get when they show off they work on front certain shit, or say the houses get robbed and all that bullshit. Cause
right. That's niggas.
So I'm not saying you can't, but at the same time, it's like still.
I'm not
good for your situation, but along that line. Nobody's telling you what to do or not to do.
I'm not telling anyone what not to do. In fact, honestly, like I said, I would kill for a chance to go to space. I think that'd be dope. Even if I get trapped out there and that's it for me, I get to do. At least I'm going out and something that's spectacular. Like I get to see some amazing shit before I'm.
But you just can't pay a lot of money for it.
Absolutely, I refuse to.
So basically, what I'm saying is, if it was a free trip.
Right.
If it was a free trip, you'll definitely take it.
Absolutely. Therefore, I accept the fact that I may never go. I'm okay with that.
What's that shit when you go to college, you get the motherfucking joints, so you ain't gotta pay for the college and shit. They saying if you get one of them, basically go there, he'll definitely go, but he ain't paying no break though.
Let me put it. If let's say
if you got a scholarship, you definitely going.
Hold on. Let's say interplanetary what is it called? Population was feasible, right? And they're like, yo, we need you to go to planet X962 and terraform with these 300 other people. I'd be like, fuck it, I'm down. I'm out.
Nope.
You
don't have enough information. You don't have enough information. I would be.
I've seen what I need to see. I'd rather die doing something that I love than die being pissed off because I'm broke.
Shit. But my thing is, Katy Perry had.
The whole seat was $150,000.
Damn.
The whole seat.
Right, I don't even care if I get paid for it. Like that's something that I've always been interested in, seeing space. So for me, it's worth the risk, the loss. I'm like, it is what it is.
And I'll be sitting right there where Oprah was sitting when Gail was up in space. I'll be sitting right there for you. I'm gonna be down here. I ain't gonna cry like Oprah did because I was just like, I mean, they've been friends for 70 years.
I'm like, nigga sound like a FaceTime and show me space.
How much we got show me up there? How much we got paid for this Wi-Fi though? Shit, what's the Wi-Fi up there?
I'm gonna keep it a buck with you people and shit anyway, so I'm okay with cutting a lot of motherfuckers off. I'm good with that.
I ain't gonna lie, you could. They ain't cut off the whole human race. They cut off Earth.
I'm okay with that.
Damn.
And you know what? Just to be petty, I'm gonna sabotage some shit. So when y'all get here, y'all are fucked too.
I'm just like, damn, what the fuck we got?
I run this shit.
I'm going to take people with me. I am. Listen.
Damn. All right.
Don't give me that opportunity.
So I got another question for you guys. How do you think about the Republicans trying to pass the bill to prove citizenship to vote? all these elections now. I asked this for a couple reasons. Because
I'm with
I
it.
think that, yeah, I think
They deported niggas.
yeah, deporting niggas, deporting something that we'll talk about on Thursday. But they deported somebody like right here in the DMV, and I don't think he coming home. But what
Keep it a
That
buck.
was
If
crazy.
I was to ever see some ICE niggas get deported, like like how you sometimes see a nigga house get raided and shit. It's like, damn, you be sitting there trying to be nosy and shit. Like, I don't know how it would feel to see a nigga get deported type shit and forced back to his own country. Like me personally, bro, I feel like
But what if you
took that risk to get here, bro, the nigga you earned it to be here. Like I'm gonna keep it a buck. Like if some niggas really like the niggas that hop the border come from Mexico. Some niggas really take that risk and leave a bad situation with the mafia on their head and all different types of crazy ass shit. Gangs on their head with bullshit.
But I say this, but I pretty much say this to say because, like, if they pass this bill, whatever, which I don't think they're going to pass it, but the shit, how shit's rolling nowadays, you just don't know. You just got to keep your head on the swivel, as I tell people. But it's like the Save Act is like including this, so meaning like for women, if you take your husband's last name, your birth certificate don't match no more, so
I feel like
you can't vote.
I feel like fucking. For America, them not the one on it there. They need to change they land of the free home of the brave shit. It's false advertisement. Like this is what make all them people want to come here so bad because they look at us shit like a utopia and shit like that. Whereas though, all in actuality, these niggas don't even want them niggas here for real.
You know what I
But
think is the
sometimes in
best
comparison to where they've come from, it is utopia. Even with the drama.
I mean, I get that sometimes.
Just
Because
reminds
we
me
don't
of
know
y'all
what's
never
the bullshit that they're dealing with over there in their countries. It's like, the
Yeah.
get up and get on it. Like how pretty much sometimes we're here to ready to leave now too. Like fuck it. Like we ready to go somewhere else. Shit,
it's
like
crazy.
they just actually did it.
Like I don't know how much you guys watch Family Guy, but there was an old episode. This reminds me of it. When the Navy came to Chris's school to recruit kids, and the commercial was all kind of shooting guns and a bunch of women everywhere and all this money and champagne. And at the end of the commercial, in tiny print, it was like, your results may vary. And I like that's kind of the American thing now. They'll show the commercial how great America is, and then at the end, your results may vary.
I just I mean, like, what does this mean for like women? I guess in our country is more so the question because, like, women get married and they usually sometimes take our last name. It wasn't until like within like the last 10 years I started meeting like a lot of good people that just like, no, I'm not taking.
But you know what? It's not gonna change on your birth certificate. That's all your,
Let's be
you
honest.
still have your social security number and birth certificate.
Bro,
They asking for
a
you to
lot of
bring
people
proof.
that are enacting these rules don't give a shit about women anyway, so they don't really care whether women can vote or not. It'll do better for them to keep women, in the kitchen, barefoot, buck naked.
Yeah, remember we was talking about
anyway.
I think the last podcast when we was talking about the female president situation, we was like that was one of the main reasons we was talking about it would possibly never be a female president because there's still a lot of sexist niggas in the world, no matter if they black or white. That's the one thing as men. Some men are just sexist.
Yes.
Some niggas are stuck in that old ass time of, girl, go make me a sandwich and, the bullshit where it's like, it's 2025, different times, women got rights too, and, they're doing their own thing. But some niggas is with the shit, with the times and shit, 2025 type shit. And some niggas is still like old school, and then like not even just like older niggas, but some of the younger niggas too type shit. I guess it was that's how they was raised or what they saw in their household growing up from their parents or something like that. But,
like younger dudes like that or whatever, it's just so weird. I'm just like, who taught you these ways? Like, why? Who taught you these ways? These old, like, my father didn't even teach us these ways. Like, my dad's way older than this dude. I'm just like, who taught
you gotta remember, a lot of these niggas in these generations is raised by their grandparents and not their parents. Like the generation under me and like three generations under me or my grandparents raised me generation type shit. So it's like,
I'm just
they ain't get it from their parents, they got it from their grannies.
I'm just like, you old soul. Like, who raised your ass? You over here asking for hard candy and shit.
The hard candies be hitting now. Listen, you need you to stop.
Listen.
Real shit. The motherfuckers tired now. I be eating caramel. My grandma used to give me when I was young, nigga, eating them strawberry candies. Shit. They don't taste the same no more though.
Nah,
They don't. They don't. The filling ain't the same. Yeah.
Yeah.
That shit is in
I be putting the caramels up though. And put some butterscotch.
your tongue be extra pink for no god reason. You be like, ugh. Like, what the hell is this artificial shit? Oh man,
You fucking up them butterscotches though.
no, I don't fuck with the butterscotch.
I'm telling you,
And you know what else isn't the same? Those no fuck.
Shit, that's what
I
it is.
don't know. They supposed to be. They like
Red Hots?
They supposed to be
Red Hots.
not the red hots, but the round ones.
Hot tamales.
No, the hard candy. It was like red, but it used to be really nice. They're not the red hot.
Fireballs?
No,
You talking about the red spicy ones?
Fireballs.
Yeah.
Fireballs. Are they fireballs?
No, that was the fireballs. No, the fireballs like the jawbreaker type one. I think she's talking about it was a hard ass candy. It was like a shiny.
It kind of, well, sometimes. Oh, the
And it's
butterscotch.
You talking about the sweet one?
Yeah, that's disgusting.
Well, they were cinnamon candies. They were like
You
cinnamon
the spicy one, the spicy one. I know what you're talking about. Exactly what you're talking
I used to love those. They do not. They're not even spicy anymore. They don't
I
even
used
taste
to
right.
get to eat that shit.
Yo, you gotta hear-
I used to hate you bitches.
That shit
This
tastes
is
like
wild.
Big
The other
Red
day,
chewing gum.
the other day I was talking to my daughter about candy, and I was like, we used to get nollies for like 10 cents. And she was like, I'm sorry, what now?
They always got
I'm
some
like,
paper on it.
She's like, what's a nollie? I'm like, a nollie?
Damn.
I
Tina.
blew her mind. She was like, I don't know what that is, Dad.
No, see,
Big sausage.
fucking food dye with trans sugars and all the best crap that ever existed.
bro, they took all that shit away.
Because all of that lead-based paste and rust in the faucet from outside turned me into an adult that can function with very little sleep and work like a horse. So I'm not
I only
complaining.
caught 12
Yeah,
Coke
do that.
once. Drinking from the water hose, I only caught Coke once.
Y'all remember in 2008 when they did that shit? When they made everybody get so called healthier and shit. And everybody had to add solids to their menus and all that bullshit. Take salt out their fucking recipes and change their recipes up and shit. It's like 2007, 2008. Fast food ain't been the same since.
True.
Yeah, you're right. Because they stopped using trans fat.
Nigga, fast food ain't been the same since. Nigga, everything used to hit except for like shit like Pizza Hut and bullshit like that. But nigga, everything was a hit. There was no misses in the world. Like you can go anywhere and get a random hit. Like you can try some new shit you never had before, never saw before, never heard no hype about. You just try some shit that should be pop. Man, that's like damn, nigga.
You know what's crazy? I was talking to somebody the other day, and I was telling them, I was like, yo, you know what I miss? I miss when KFC used to have spicy chicken, and they're like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm like, they had spicy chicken, and it was like really crispy. And they're like, KFC never had spicy chicken, and I was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
It was
Excuse me?
crunchy.
And
Remember the little sliders they used to have?
yeah, I remember those too, but you know why it triggered me? It triggered me because it brought me back to a time when I just got back from the military, and I went to New York. And I went to a KFC, and I was like, yeah, let me get some of the spicy chicken. And the girl was like, we don't make spicy chicken. I'm like, stop, I just came back from that event. Don't play with me. And she was like, no, we've never had spicy chicken. And I'm like, bitch, you work here. You don't, they sell this. And I'm here arguing with them. I'm not arguing. I'm like, no, they make this. People are like, this nigga is crazy. They never made spicy chicken. I'm like, bro, I swear, I'm not going, I remember this being.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah. And Domino's has stuffed crust.
Had what?
They got better.
That
Stuffed crust.
still trash.
Y'all haven't seen it? Y'all haven't seen the new commercial?
Trash.
No, my homie be ordering that shit.
We never had Domino's stuffed crust.
Ugh.
He's like, no, I had Domino's stuffed crust before. He's like, we ain't never even had stuffed crust before.
Like, that's not even a thing. You're wrong.
Look, me and my dad stopped fucking with Domino's when they tried that Philly cheesesteak thing. That shit was disgusting. They could deliver that shit to our house. My dad was like, y'all need to come get this shit. They gave us a dry ass pizza. Y'all just put nothing, no sauce, no nothing, no mayonnaise. Y'all could have just gave us a side of mayonnaise. We would have been fine with that. That shit was drier than a Popeyes.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't know if I think that might be your fault because everybody knows which pizza stores in their neighborhood are the better ones to order from. So if you order from an ain't shit one.
Well, first of all, I'm from the city, so I definitely don't like eating at chain restaurants anyway. So I prefer a mom and pop over a fucking chain restaurant because Pizza Hut's always been nasty, and especially Pizza Hut's really been nasty since they came out with that square ass pizza. I remember that shit back in the day. That brick pizza. They had brick pizza back in the day.
Shit, pizza kind of fire right now.
No, they made a
They
commercial
had
with
brick
square
pizza back in the
pizzas.
day when Little Caesars first came out.
You know, here's that funny though. They made a commercial. It blew my mind with the square pizzas, and they likened it. They compared it to like, do you remember the square pizzas you used to get in school? I was like, why the fuck would you say that? That
is
shit
a
was
traumatic
disgusting.
experience. That was emotional damage. Like, no. Oh man. All right. So another question. Next question. So we was doing the whole boycott thing. Apparently we did a good job at the boycotting thing on Walmart and then Target. And now they're coming up. I don't know how I'm gonna do this one because I kind of this is this is what I do. Like it cuts corners for me. They talking about the next big one is gonna be Amazon. Do y'all think
Amazon is a tough one?
Huh?
That's tough. I kind of drew back on it, but that's a tough one.
I've been thoughtful. I ain't gonna say thoughtful on Amazon, but I've been like lower and less. Like I just order a lot of stuff on Amazon. I don't think I order stuff on Amazon.
What place did you just say?
They can leave me alone with Amazon. I'm sorry. I order almost
I'm gonna set this one out. I'm gonna catch the next one. Oh, hello.
Amazon cool, but I just don't. I don't know.
I don't know if I can. That's my. that helps me a lot.
I mean, I use it if I need something.
Yeah, like if I need some Amazon, so I definitely go to Amazon. But I'm not just on that.
Keep it black.
Here's the thing. Seeing how I started cooking and stuff like that, a lot of the things that I need to like try new shit, I can't find around here, so I'm stuck using Amazon to order stuff, and I'm like, damn.
True.
I mean, where else are you going to find so much option in one place where you don't even have to, do too much?
But wait. So
Like,
speaking of Amazon, isn't Jeff Bezos the owner of Amazon?
Yeah.
Jeff Bezos or Bezos or whatever his name is.
Jeff Bezos.
Yes.
Bezos.
So wait, do you know that you saw? All right, so when his girl or his partner or whatever was one of the ones to go up in space, or whatever. You know that whole him opening the door was staged. They had already opened the doors. The girls from the inside had opened the doors because they were trying to get the fuck out of there. It was just like they opened the door, whatever. He told them to close the door back so it can look like he opened the door. I'm like, now what type of shit is this? And this is exactly what
I just want to know that if all of it was staged, would we know? And if it was terrible, would they say it?
There's probably an NDA on that shit.
NDA,
Let me tell y'all something.
NDA, so they can do nothing about it. And honestly, all they did was pump a little gas in there. They fell asleep, woke up.
Jeff Bezos isn't the CEO.
Who's the CEO?
Correction. He founded Amazon, but he stepped down as CEO in 2021 and became an executive chairman.
Well,
that makes sense.
Still him.
He
was still on
the fake stage.
If you gotta pay a lot of money to do something, are you signing an NDA for it?
I got what now?
The current CEO is Andy Jassy.
I don't know if you had to sign an NDA to go up in space, but did y'all see the pictures of going up in space? Did y'all see Gail Kings the whole time? She just looked like she did not want to do this. She was just looking.
She looked like she didn't expect to come back. And Oprah was crying like she didn't expect her to come back either.
I mean, Oprah was like, I'm going to need... Oprah was like, I'm not giving up my millions that way. She was just like, I'm gonna sit this one out. I hope you make it back. God bless you. We'll play. Stab me.
They said the moon was pink though. Bro, they went up there. They recorded the conversations.
Yeah,
and they was like you could hear them talking. They was like the moon was pink.
Yeah, no, they were definitely talking, and they showed them. There's clips of them up there as well too. Their whole 11 minutes or whatever, and I'm just like, I just don't know.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I think when I really think about it, I feel like it's just crazy to spend that amount of money to find a new way to kill yourself. I think that's what it is for me.
I just don't want to go up there and be stuck there for 8 months. Fuck that.
Like, think about this. It's to me that's equivalent to going skydiving, right? And then when you jump and you pull your parachute, it doesn't go off, and neither does your backup. You got a lot of falling time to think about the steps you made that got you in this situation. Mm-hmm. And I feel like if I paid to pretty much, jump out of a plane to my death, it just wasn't worth it. I mean, I'm not saying that it definitely will happen, but the possibility of paying all that money for it to be a decent possibility isn't something that I'm willing to play with.
I mean, damn if you do, damn if you don't. You ain't gonna have it either way.
My biggest thing is like if you would have had a say like majority of the rockets be built, right? Say like 100% of the rockets be ever built on Earth. Now let's just say if it was like a 90% ratio, like majority of them bitches made it to space type shit. Do you know what? I would kind of be more comfortable with the situation. I know I got a good ass guarantee to make it to my destination.
Because my friends were talking about this too. Like, they were like, hey, if you
The percentage is actually a bit lower than we think.
we'll give them a year and a half. I was just like, I don't know about that. I'm gonna need a good 5 years.
Let me ask y'all a question. And this is for Fahim and Trey, actually. This is an interesting question. So you guys were like, yeah, I wouldn't fuck that. Got it. Understood. Now, my question is, let's say the same thing happened. They had some kind of concert and it was Michael Jordan or Beyonce. And they're like, hey, they pulled your name and they give you a free ticket to go with them on the ship for the Olympics. Would you have taken the chance?
Girl, I see you from down here on Earth.
I got fucking. I'm gonna keep it a book. If Jordan like fucking paid me like 100 M's or some crazy shit.
He bought your ticket and accompany me. We'll together.
I don't like Jordan that much. I don't like Jordan that much. I was trolling.
I'll die with Beyonce. Come on, girl, let's die together.
There you go. You see, we all choose the way. As long as you got a choice, you're good.
I'll give it to you. I'll keep it a buck. I'll keep it a buck with you. Beyonce has to hold my hand the whole time we up there and coming down.
And she said she would do that.
Let's get nigga shot and conversations. Like, I need to.
I wasn't finished.
You know what I'm saying?
I wasn't finished. He cut me off. And then after this, I'm going to need some type of record deal. I'm going to need some type of podcast deal. I'm going to need some type of...
record deal.
Well, first of all, I'm going to get something. I don't give a fuck. We went out in space.
That notoriety enough should do you well.
No, we went into space, my nigga.
I think you talking about.
I understand if he asked her to promote the podcast and y'all make it back or something. Like, see how y'all my situation. I'm like, damn, I get some bread. He was like, no, you don't get paid. You just go stop this situation. He was like, no, I don't need some bread. Like, that's what I'm saying. If I got some bread to go, then like Jordan, he like 100 M's, like 500 M's, like half this fucking worth. Oh yeah, nigga, I ain't bet. Now transfer that to my girls and like I'm good all the way. My family's good, generation's good. I die, I'm good.
I'm gonna keep it above.
If Beyonce's just mad because I thought like her and I thought outside the box, and I'm just like, well, what would Beyonce do?
But you know what though? What I would do is I would definitely go and hold her hand, and then when I come back, she gave me nothing. I would use the fact that Beyonce took me to space and held my hand the entire way to write my own free ticket on every talk show I can get on, to drop my podcast name. I'm like, yo, let me view the conversations they had when the cameras wasn't rolling. I am the that to listen. Listen.
I'm gonna do all that too.
No, that's the thing. I ain't think it was too smart. That's why I said Jordan give me like half his work for at least 3 to 500 M's, nigga. And I don't want that necessarily transferred to my account because if it is, my girl ain't got no access to it, but nobody else does. So transfer back to her account. Hey, nigga, my money is my money, goddamn. So like I said, transfer that shit to her account. So if something does happen to me, generations is good, my daughter good, she good, grandma good, everybody chill.
Right, but then consider this though. You tell somebody you just bought me a however much $1 million ticket to come and spend 11 minutes in space with you, but I'm saying that's not good enough. I want half of your money. I'll take that free ticket and I would use every ounce of skill I get to acquire as much information, even if it's blackmailable information. Listen, I'm gonna tell them what you did with that lady on space. I'm gonna need a bag like every month on dot. Like I don't even care if you tell the feds.
This is the thing. That's you blackmail me and shit. I'm actually that's the only difference between our shit right there. You saying like I got dirty tea on you, this, that. I'm just like, man, you want to give me something up front, niggas. I ain't going.
But right, if you said no, then you just lost all that opportunity. If you asked me like, nah, I'm good, then you lost all that opportunity. When I could just shut up, take the free ticket, and then blackmail everyone that was on. You know what? I'm not even saying that because blackmailing is illegal.
I even the fact that blackmailing is illegal, but you up there with a bunch of 1%ers, nigga. You fuck around won't make it if you start looking a certain way.
I was talking about me being blackmailed. If Big Brother's listening.
All right, let's get into rapid questions real quick. All right, I'm gonna let you ask your question, Dex. Hold on.
Wait, ask that question, Dex. About the joint you sent me in the group chat.
Oh, that was funny.
All right.
The white shit.
All right, Dex, go ahead and ask your question.
Okay, fine. This is gonna go for everyone. Everyone can answer this. I'm gonna do it as short as possible. The dude basically told a story where he and his girl been together, his wife been together for a while, or his girlfriend, whatever she was, and I guess he talked her into being a swinger. So they went, I think, to Atlanta, came out here to do the whole thing, and him and his girl just hooked up with another girl, a real light skinned chick, and it was all good. He said he went 2 rounds, he tapped out, he took the honey pack and everything, he was done. And then all of a sudden, as they were about to leave, this dude walks in, and the dude was big as shit and had a huge dick. And the dude was like, "Nah, bro, you ain't getting that nowhere. I want it." And he said he had to sit here and watch his girlfriend get demolished for quite some time. Then he said when he went home, like, he tried to like hook up with her a couple of days later, and she was like, "Well, I can't. I'm still too sore from this weekend."
From the weekend.
So he was like, he feels bad that he took her someplace, and now he wants something. And she's like, "Nah, I'm too sore from that huge meat I just got." He's like, "Should I break up with her? Like, how do I do this? There's no looking back from me. I can't do it anymore." How would y'all feel about that situation?
So I'll answer
I
first.
think you should break up with her.
God damn, okay.
I think you. So let me tell you something. When you go into that situation, wherever you should have had a conversation and communication. It's like and if you go in there, you don't know what you're going up against. You might not be packing 11 inches. You might not be packing 12 inches, whatever. You might just be regular, average or whatever. And you brought your girl into a situation. You know if you're a jealous person or whatever. So I don't know. I feel like y'all going into that situation together. You gotta be open. Now, if that was part of your conversation of she can't do nothing, then that's different. And if it was part of your conversation that he can't do nothing, then that's altogether different. You just came there to watch, or vice versa, or do y'all little, pillow talk shit or whatever.
No, they agreed that they were both gonna do everything, but at the end of the day, he had to watch his old lady take like a horse leg.
I mean,
And
hey,
it
Nigga
just
said elephant trunk.
He should break up with her.
his ego wasn't having it. He was like, "I can't even look." He's like, "Come on, look at her. I see it."
yeah.
And
So to add slightly more context to the situation, it was like he was just demolishing her. He was like fucking like really like. Remember that one Eddie Murphy joint? He like, you fucking girl real good, you ever saw ooh. Yeah, it just sound like that on top of he had to sit next to the bitch like damn near pat her head to help her take the dick down because like
that's a category.
I'm so sorry. Like, were y'all there?
no,
it was a video. He told a very detailed story. That's like the main shortening up a little bit. So that's all like add a little bit more context to a little more piece of the story.
Where was this at?
Atlanta.
Where did this happen?
Yeah, you said where did
The video was on Facebook.
Oh.
Yeah, I'll send this
That's it to me.
I didn't see nothing in the group chat.
No, you sent it to the cyber. You're in it.
Say it again.
You sent it to the Bleak Cypher, John.
No, I guess okay. Hang on, let me see. I'm gonna send it out now. That shit was funny. But I was kind of curious to know how you would react to it. Because listen, honestly, I wouldn't go in a place like that. But if I did, and that happened to me, I would have to drink bleach that night immediately, like right away. I would.
Everybody gotta go.
Listen,
Everybody gotta go.
That's the only reason it ain't no fun when the rap got done. I went in and had his fun with the lights and shit. Now she can't have her fun.
Listen to me. No one said you couldn't have her fun. It's the aftermath of it. And first of all, let me tell you, I never said that. I never said I was a hypocrite. So let's not even play that game. I never said I wasn't a hypocrite. So let's go ahead and avoid that conversation altogether and not put either of us in this awkward moment.
Awkward. It's only gonna be awkward for you because you ain't gonna
exactly.
Brother.
Exactly. I care about my feelings. The shit. Why would I put my own feelings out there to get hurt?
Basically, what I was getting from the dude was like, I guess she would have took like the meat inside or like a smoke, like a fucking just an elevator trunk or some shit like that. Maybe he would have felt better about the situation. I'm guessing. I'm guessing they did this before type shit. I'm on the
The point of the game, like I said, it wasn't just. Listen, it wasn't just watching it that would have killed me. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, let's move on to a rabbit.
I'm just saying, hold on, real quick. If I could have lived past that, I could have lived past you telling me no because of what I had to endure watching. Like, it was hard for you. That shit was hard for me, too. I'm good. I would never do it. My ego can't handle it. I'm
In
good.
that situation, everybody was just hard. But
I bet you that's the last time doing that shit, though.
Goddamn, I
I'll never do that again.
Motherfucker. Or you go by yourself next time.
I just sent it.
All right. And then, all right. So now let's get into more rapid questions, I guess. All right. So, like about 15 years later, it comes out that Esther Dean. Oh, there it is. Oh, it's a TikTok. All right. Esther Dean comes out that it has come out that Esther Dean or whatever has wrote she was the ghostwriter for Carrie Hilson's verse in It's Turning Me On remix or whatever. Apparently, like, how do y'all feel? Well, I wouldn't say how do y'all feel, but I would say she took the heat so long and like a whole damaging career. That's like a whole damaging career. Like she hasn't been putting out music or nothing like this, whatever. Every time she tries to, whatever, people just
had that one good song too.
Yeah, she had a couple good hits.
Chris Brown or some shit.
And she actually wrote music.
Oh, she had a little Lil Wayne.
Yeah, It's Turning Me On with Lil Wayne or whatever. Then they did a remix, whatever. But she went in there with her own pen and paper, whatever, writing a remix, whatever. And it was just like, nah. You're not gonna do that. All this is allegedly, but this is what it was in a recent interview, and you can check it out in the comments. So basically, her whole career has been damaging, like for like the last 10, 15 years or whatever, because like those whole words that she said about Beyonce. I was just
believe it or not, that happens to a lot of art. Not even just like just speaking on the Beyonce part, but like you got a good song, like you made a really good song, created a good song, recorded, everything sounds good, great, and everything, but you just ain't a good face for the song, or they don't like, damn, it sounds good, but how would it sound if Mariah Carey was singing? I'm saying niggas get weird with shit, and then it's like, you get took off your own shit somehow.
This was more so like from like a malicious standpoint.
Yeah, like Milli Vanilli.
They wasn't really singing though.
Y'all keep up with someone
were singing it because the people who were really singing it didn't have a look.
Alright, so this I got a prime situation for you right now too. So alright, so the joint Summer Walker, right? She dates a rapper from Chicago, like a gangbanging ass nigga, Rico Reckless and shit. She be streaming or he be streaming. One of them two, they be streaming and shit. So I see some clip service around and shit. I just saw this shit yesterday. It was like she was on his stream or he was on. I don't know, somebody they were both streaming and shit though. And he was sitting there talking about Kanye, and you can see her like, yo, nigga, shut up. Yo, chill out. Don't speak on him. Same shit you just are speaking on a certain person, and then one person career type shit. She makes music. I didn't really hear her like for a minute because her brothers and how it was a couple years ago. Cool, but she was like, yo, chill out. Yo, no, this. Oh, what you want me to smack this bitch when I see him? Oh, what you want me to? So this nigga keep angry, like saying some dumb shit, and she's really like, yo, chill out. Yo, calm down. Yo. Nah, not right now. Yo, don't speak. You just kept on and shit. So it was like, yeah, so like that could be like the same shit too. Like speaking on the wrong nigga and shit, it definitely could be detrimental to your shit.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just like, damn. Like I was like, this whole girl's career has just been damaged because she spoke illy that one time, whatever. And she wrote songs for like Mary J. Blige. She wrote songs for Beyonce. She wrote songs for everything. And this girl came in here as a ghostwriter. And then this old girl, and the thing about it is Esther Dean had a career. Like she's in movies and everything. But it's just like, damn. She like took a hit and she was just like, I made a little living, and here it is, whatever.
You gotta blame the BR about certain shit. It's like for some strange reason nobody can criticize Beyonce, or nobody can talk about Beyonce, or once you say one thing, like, it'd be like something completely bad, but something they don't agree about, and next thing you know they just on your ass and shit. It's like it's not even like you.
The song and the remix of the song, whatever, is kind of like you need to go sit your ass down and go do yada yada. There's like kind of like trying to like it was kind of like like it was coming at you like that.
I mean, think about it like this though. How many times like have what's his name? Have fucking Jay-Z has he ever crowned himself the king of hip hop or something of that nature? And how many times have Lil Wayne say, yeah, I'm the king of hip hop to the certain point where fucking Jay-Z had to, like, one of them joints, yeah, I'm gonna pass to the mixtape because Wayne was better than Jay-Z at that time and just in general, period. You feel me? So it's like to a certain time, the older niggas need to start recognizing the younger niggas. If you always up behind your pedestal and shit, you ain't gonna get the respect from the younger niggas.
I would say they're kind of like the same age though.
I mean, you still like say I put it like this. If me and Dex was the same age, he got more bread than me. He's still my big homie, even though we the same age. You feel me?
I mean, I guess.
If me and Dex was both 38 and Dex got fucking 38 million and I just got $5, Dex is my big homie because he got more bread than me. He could put me on better situations and show me shit on some big bro shit or just in general type shit. Whereas though I couldn't really show him as much what I got going on. You feel me? So it does like there's some niggas' mentalities about certain shit as well.
All right. So speaking of rappers, what do y'all think about the Yin Yang Twins passing out on stage?
Damn.
The twins,
One of the twins.
It's heartening.
He was crawling off the stage. I'll put the link in the video as well too. It's in the group chat.
This thing ain't shit.
And then, are you guys keeping up with our girl? I know Nat about to get mad. Are y'all girls keeping up with is it Anaji Robinson? I keep fucking up her name, but I be watching her. Oh yeah, Onaja Robinson or whatever. Oh, Shy, you gotta watch those videos.
You talking about Dennis Rodman daughter?
Why are we making her famous?
I don't know.
You talking about Dennis Rodman daughter?
Her buffoonery.
The girl that was over in the girl that was over in Pakistan. And
her.
This girl.
She's an undercover informant. Because there's absolutely no way no black woman gonna go over and act a fool like she did and still be at home and come back here and still acting a fool.
And then make it back. That's what I was, especially from Dubai.
Exactly. Because they're strict as hell. You can't even yell too loud outside over there.
You can't yell. You can't hold hands, even if you husband and wife.
And so she getting away with all of that? Really? She's an undercover.
For a few
hours.
Lord.
I got a question. Y'all remember the rapper dude Young LA? From like the early 2000s? Young LA?
Not particularly.
Yeah, he had that song with T.I. that Ain't Nah.
Oh yeah, I remember that song.
Alright, so he been making a little comeback lately and shit off that song and shit. Like, it was a video surfacing of him looking like everybody. Yeah, so he was a video surfacing around him looking like kind of like off the drugs and shit. Cause they heard like, you know, allegedly he had like a little lesson in his career like throughout the early 2000s times to now where like, you know, drugs played a real strong ass role in his situation and shit like that allegedly type shit. So it was like he just been making like a nice ass little run off of that song, like, you know, cause TikTok and other little bullshit. Niggas made little trim, little dance, little bullshit to it. So it's like he just been little radio services of him having an interview. He was performing the song, but he was like, looked like he was high as shit, like off some bullshit. So he was just trolling and shit, I guess, though. But like he had performed that part of the song, so that part of the song started circulating and getting going viral. So he been performing, doing little tours, like, you know, basically making a comeback off the song and shit from that one song. And then, you know, allegedly he got beef with Young Girl and T.I. and all that bullshit. And then they started fucking hopping off his clout, started performing the song and shit, performing their parts of the song, you know, they remixed it and shit. And you know what I mean, trying to gain their little clout, make their little comeback and shit like y'all niggas ain't shit.
All right, we got one more last question. All right. So this is kind of, we talked about this people on our show before, but I'm just like, yo, I thought she was done. I to the point where I forgot about this girl. Krishan Rock talking about she's ready to completely remove Blueface tattoo off of her face. I'm like, I was like, shouldn't you have been done that shit already? Like, damn. I think it's just been a cover up.
Man, we should have talked about low key. They saying I don't really care about that, but I feel like fucking they saying her baby allegedly is like still not walking and shit yet.
I'm about to look more into
that. Like walking and talking and shit.
I'm gonna need that
baby bought like a year and some change. My daughter was walking out like a year and some change. That baby should be walking and like murmuring some shit. That baby still looking irresponsible.
That's one of the things about the internet when you don't know somebody for real. You know what she's posting could be months, weeks, years old. Like we don't, you know what I'm saying?
People depending on how they hide their kids.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, if you just go about based off what you see on the internet, it does appear to be that way.
I'm just going off that, and also because you know at that one point in time that nigga, like you know how we see Halo on the internet, like DGG and fucking Holly Kid, they on the internet, he on the little Halo on the internet, like every fucking day I see a clip of Halo every day when you with DDG. with Krishan Rock kid, it was damn near the same thing. Not like necessarily with the memes of how Halo got his godly run going on, but it was just like I would still just see him as much, but in a negative way type shit. So it was like not even like always negative, but like she was always posting him around, always literally like every day you would see a live with them, or like that's how moms do type shit. You gonna be with your child, no problem with that. But it's like the shit was just broadcast the whole time and shit. So we like damn near saw it almost in real time with a lot of the shit like the non-progression of the young boy.
We talked about this like on a past show that they've been having some issues lately. Like he hasn't been getting his time.
Yeah. Even when I think over there now when shit, I've been seeing a lot of clips coming back out and shit. So that's how you can always tell when Halo was with DDG because the clips is there. When the clips ain't there, the kid ain't there.
He said that. All right, y'all. And on that note, I will hate to tell y'all, but I don't think after this ban, I don't think TikTok is coming back. So I think they over there snitching. I don't think they over there telling you all the goods, where to go get the goods. They telling all the tea. So I don't think I think after this, y'all, this TikTok situation. So like I keep telling y'all, go follow me on my other platforms. Go follow me on the Clapper. Y'all been showing me love here. We've been on the Clapper live tonight. All right, y'all, go ahead and shout your platforms out.
Go TTV 25 on basically all platforms.
Complicated Discord everywhere you listen to and get your podcast.
You can find me on Instagram, just Allison Salt, but if you're on FetLife, you can also find me there.
JC_88. That's JAYCE_88 on all platforms.
I'll just be on here sometimes.
I was waiting for that. That's her punchline right there. I'm that. I just be on here sometimes. And let me tell you, that's her punchline right there. I was waiting for it. And I want to tell you.
That shit just had me rolling. I just be on here sometimes.
He say it all the time. It gets me every time. But I would like to tell y'all, I would like to point out one, how my cast showed up on tonight or whatever, and how they was just so coordinated because we ain't practiced that at all. Whatever, they just randomly went. I was just like, oh, okay, y'all got this. All right. Thank you for watching Geek'd with Trey. We catch y'all next time. Love y'all.